Hello, I'm happy to have you today. So, we are looking at our third chapter, which is the organizational plan, and this is the shortest of our chapters. Here, we want to look at the management of our businesses, and we want to look at the people that will be in charge of our businesses. We also want to look at all the employees that you're going to have in the business. We want to look at how we're going to motivate them. We want to look at other people that we're going to need in the business. We have 7 parts that we need to look at, but they are short parts of it. So I believe that we'll learn much from it. So chapter 3, organizational plan. And the first part, which is 3.1, we look at the organizational chart or structure. Organizational chart or structure. So we want to look at how our chart will look at. Remember, I believe you have learned this thing of the hierarchy that is now from top most person going down. So when you're doing your structure, you write from the topmost person as they go down, which means that the person that is above is the supervisor or the one in charge of the lower employee. Basically, that's it. So our 3.1 is just that we want to draw our structure. I'm just going to sample this one. So this one as a general manager as the topmost person. And then under general manager, we have two people. We have the accountant and we have the marketing manager. So those are the people that are below the general manager. Then under the marketing manager is in charge of two more other people. That is the technician and the sales team. This is interesting. It seems that this person is making some sales out of it, and also there are some installations that are being done, and that is why they have a technician in them. Maybe to look at this, and I don't know who is cleaning this business. They are not showing who is cleaning. They are not showing whether they need security or maybe it's a combined effort with other businesses and they get somebody who is in charge of the security. But for this person now, the people that are directly to him or her, these people that are there. So these are the employees in that business. That is basically it on 3.1. Then on the 3.2, we are looking at the key management of the business. So we're looking at the key management people. And I will use an example of this. Now, looking at this now, the key management in this business, we have the general manager, we have the accountant, and we have the marketing manager. Those are the people that you're going to use as our key management. Basically, the people that are topmost in the business. So depending on a business, there are some people who might have a supervisor. Supervisor will still be put under this. There are some people who have an HR person. They'll still be under the key management. There are some people who might have a procurement person still will be under the key management. So for this key management, we want to look at what are their qualifications, what do we anticipate them to be doing in the business, that's the duties and responsibilities of these people. And we also want to look at the potential salaries that we would want to pay these people. So I will look at a sample of this. So we have the manager, the general manager there. The qualifications for this one is looking at somebody who has an experience in the solar panel installation and maintenance. Then the person should have a diploma in electrical and electronics engineering. Then this other person should also be able to develop budgets and strategic business approaches. So this one is fully equipped. And for you to develop business budgets and strategic business approaches, it means this person needs to have done something in business. So you see, this person has to have an idea of electrical engineering, and also have an idea of business part of it. That is now the general manager. Then what are the duties and responsibilities of this person? They oversee the day-to-day operations. They design the strategy and goals for the business, and also maintain budgets and ensure employees work proactively, or they are productive. This person is paying people very well. I can see they are paying a proposed salary is 60,000. This person must be doing very, very well for themselves. So that's it, a sample of the general manager. Then you go to the second one, who is now the marketing manager. Then we look at the qualifications first. So this one should have a proven success in developing marketing plans. Then a diploma in sales and marketing. Then excellent written and verbal communication skills. If you have to be a marketer, you have to know how to communicate very well, and a strong project management and multitasking and decision making skills. This one is not joking in her business. Then what are the responsibilities and duties of this marketing manager? We have overseeing all marketing campaigns, then implementing the strategy that was now designed here. So this person is the one to implement, and then promote business through campaigns. So this one is now going to drive sales in the business. And then the third person that we have as the key management personnel is now the accountant. This person is now in charge of the books of accounts. So he has to have an idea of the accounting part. He has to have an idea of even doing the conciliations for the businesses. Basically, the financial area, they have to have a very good background for them to be able to manage the accounting part of the business comfortably. So basically, even the other side, they're the ones to be paying suppliers, employees. They're the ones to be keeping records. They're the ones to be updating the management on the financial stand of the business. And then now finally you write the proposed salary parts. Then from there, now the next thing we look at is what are some of the incentives that you are going to give your key management team. Incentives, these are ways that you motivate your employees, things that you do that are going to make your employees more productive. And you can give them business trips, you can give them bonuses, you can give them some allowances like airtime allowance, house allowance. You can give them what um, family day out, just as a way of encouraging them or motivating them to work better. Then we have 3.3, where we are looking at it's called other personnel's numbers and duties. 3.3, other personnel's numbers and duties. So basically still the same. You're going to look at the employees that we have for it. We are going to look at the qualifications, the duties that they are going to be handling in the business, and the proposed salary that you need for each of them. So when we using the same example that we have used, so our other personnel in this case will be the technicians and the sales representatives. If you have a secretary, they will fall under this. If you have a driver, they will fall under this. If you have security guard, they will fall under this. So our wengine, the rest of them will fall under this. These are now people who are not in the management. So let's see what this entrepreneur had. So we have the technician. They should have a clear knowledge that is on the qualifications, clear knowledge of the electrical systems. Of course, for you to be a technician, you have to know how you maneuver through the electrical systems. Then the technician should have a diploma in electrical and electronics engineering, and a certificate in solar power systems. This one is very strict on what they want, because they know what they want to achieve from the same. Then what are some of the duties? This one is to perform on-site installations, and troubleshooting, and also provide complete documentation to clients, and even provide corrective, uh, predictive, and preventive maintenance. So that's how you write it, and then you write the salary at the end. That is now the proposed salary. Then you go now to the next other personnel, which is now, in this case, we have the sales representative. You write their qualifications, their duties here, and the proposed salary. Basically, that's it. And then we will be that's it for 3.3. The other thing that we look at is how you're going to obtain these employees. So you can obtain them from maybe referrals from other employees. You can poach them from other companies. You can get to colleges and other institutions and maybe pick people from there. You can get people who had come for attachment in your institution and in your organization or your business, and then you take them as your employees. So basically, that's it for 3.3. 3.4, we are looking at recruitment, training, and promotion. We want to see how we are going to recruit these our employees, how we are going to train them, and how we are going to give them promotions. For recruitment, we want to look at how we are going to recruit them. So you can recruit them through now interviews, you can do questionnaires, you can decide, as we had mentioned earlier, you can decide to get people from institutions, and then you do them through interviews, and you have them on board. And then once for the training part, you train employees in different levels. They can be new employees in the business, so you're training them afresh from, maybe they have no exposure on the same, so you are starting from zero with them. So you can train them by giving an exposure, or giving somebody who can guide them through them, and an exposure. Now maybe if it's a machine, you can give them and show them practically on how you go through it. You can even have somebody to sit with them on daily basis until they are okay with it, where normally in companies we call it orientation. You can also train people who have been newly promoted, because now you see the exposure they had in the area they were in is a bit different with the exposure that you're taking them through. And so you can opt to train them on the promotion part, and so you can take them through seminars, and the same, maybe it's on communication skills, on leadership skills. You give them that exposure so that they're able to respond to different situations correctly. Then how we are going to promote these people, maybe it's on experience after trainings, maybe if they increase their academic qualifications, maybe if they, at times you see that maybe somebody has staying for a very long time within in the same position, and decide loyalty. We promote people because of loyalty as a way of appreciation. You can promote people. You promote people based on maybe exposure. You see different ways that they have been going and they have gotten exposed to new ways of doing things, and they have become even more creative, and you can promote them. Then the next one is 3.5, which we call remuneration and incentives. Remuneration is now the payment of the employees. So the two tables that we had put earlier, we are going to put them as one. So the table should be very simple. Give me a minute. So I will use an example of this one. This one, you write a table like this. So it has the title of the the job title. It has how many employees are there. It has the monthly pay. It has other benefits, and it has now the total. Let me talk about that. So all your employees, you write them here. From the general manager to the sales representative, you write them here. Then how many do you have in each? You might say that there's some businesses, maybe the sales representatives are two and the technicians are two. But for this one now, it's one for each part. Then the pay, you pick it from your previous 3.2 and 3.3. So those are the figures that you've given them here. Then on these parts that you've put as other benefits, these are now maybe other benefits that you're giving them, like maybe you are giving them airtime allowance, you're giving them house allowance, you're giving them commissions. So you write the figures there, the figure in full. If you have more than one person, you give them figure a multiple of this. Like an example for this one is paying technician 30,000. If they were two, the figure here should be 60. And then where we have other benefits as 3, the figure would be 6. And then you add the 2 to give the total here. But if everyone is 1, 1, you just give the figures as you picked here. If you are not giving other benefits, like now example, like maybe you're not giving technicians any benefits, you put a dash. So the figure will just be copy pasted on the other side. So basically that's it on 3.5. Unless we look at maybe other benefits, the incentives you can give now all the employees that you have. So basically, as per the table, what other benefits can you give employees? And when looking at the other benefits here, you don't look at the monetary part because you've already looked at it. So you look at maybe giving them some meals like tea. Some companies give them lunch. You can talk of team building. You can talk of going for business trips. You can talk of giving them seminars, workshops. You can talk of maybe like the way you see hospitals and hotels putting a picture of the best employee of the month. Those are some of the ways of motivating our employees. We look at 3.6, which is now the licenses, permits, and bylaws. Here we are looking at the licenses and permits that we need in the business. This one depends on a business, and depending businesses will need different permits and bylaws. Some will need certificate of registration, environmental permit, KRA PIN, such. Then you give at how much are you going to be charged for those documents per year, that is per annum. How much is the company? How much is the organization is going to charge you for those licenses and permits? For the people that are in health, they will need the health permit. The people that are maybe in welding and those electrical things, they'll need the environmental permits. And also you mentioned on where you're going to get these permits from. Is it from NEMA? Is it from OSHA? Is it from the ministry? Is it from the county government? Depending on what you want to look at. Then the last part, which is 3.7 on the supporting staff and services. Basically, here we are looking at other people that are not our employees, that are going to help our businesses in succeeding. We are going to look at the bank, which bank are we going to work with, the bank and the branch that you're going to work with. We are going also to look at the lawyer. If you want to have a lawyer in your business, who will be your lawyer? You specify. We also look at the auditor, and basically in all businesses we use KEBS as our auditor, because all products and services have to be checked by KEBS to make sure they are for good consumption for the people. You can also talk of an advisor, where now you can have a mentor. You can have a company where you have somebody who walks through with you. Yes. So there some people might opt even to put the postal address of this support staff and services. So you just put their postal address, their contacts, if you're comfortable with it. But basically, you just want to know who else are you going to work with, and apart from your employees, people who are very important to us and to our business. Basically, that's it for chapter 3. Unless somebody has a question, we can close at that. And I'm glad to have you, and thank you.